Dun, dun, dun. Limit deck, select stream, refresh. Discord. Fang Gang. Playing Fang. We're joining the Fang Gang since Kano's basically LL'd. Oh, there's my chat box. That's not something we want to see early game. Something we want to see after 3 fealties. Just cycle the Is there something I could pitch to on my enemy's turn? I will play this on our opponent's turn. Make a fealty so that we already got one online. This will probably just be pitched to daggers. The preemptive buff. Pitch this to dagger. We have this. We don't really have a whole lot of going on. Definitely buff for sure. I'm gonna put this. Just arsenal it. That's less for each draconic. Actually, I'd rather have the draw here, so we'll pitch here for as an arsenal target. I'm just gonna buff over here and arsenal this. I just want the mark right now. Depending how much they block. They block for. They probably want to block the Sworn Vengeance so I don't get a bark. This doesn't buff. This buffs by 3. We'll just buff. And we got to keep our fealty around. We got to play a Draconic card. Hit for 7. Mark. Then arsenal this. The sink below. RIP. Yeah, I don't want this right now. Costs too much to play. I could have blocked with it, I guess. Because we might go to second cycle. We have enough blocking potential. It's a pre-pay. So it depends what they send at us. Doesn't have dominate, as long as it's not annoying. Satan's Fist. Cool. Tectonic plating. Into Satan's Fist. Okay, so there's not a whole lot to talk about in this matchup. So I'm just gonna chat about why I'm thinking about Fang. With Kano basically at the cusp, I might play him here or there at an event as I see fit, but I'm looking for a hero that has potential to grow with. So something that if I put enough time in, like I did for Kano, that I get rewarded for it. And Warrior is a class, if you just sink some time in. I do have a fully built Syndra deck as well. So so this will do this one. Something I can sink time into, and I have Syndra that is currently a competitive deck, but she's already at 600 points, so it's not something I can guarantee grow with because I think she'll LL next year because her 0.5 multiplier will be gone. She'll be at regular points, and she's a very good deck. They have Crush. They do have a Crush. Gross. This one first. And then we will do this. And attack with it for free after this. We attack with target dagger an additional time. Cost 1 less to activate. And then we get a free card. We'll go to the left one. Ooh, we got Shelter. I don't own this card, so I have to change this list. Make that sink below. But plays the same. Okay, so we got 4. We can get 2 hits. So this one will be free. Quick dog. So I don't have any on hits, but sounds good. They're just gonna use quick dog Fletcher. Ooh, the quick dodge flexors here. How much does this cost? So that'll cost him 1 at the moment. Lame. So this one costs us for free, so we'll send it for free. And depending how they block, well, I'm gonna on hit mark you then for 4. Send that. We're not gonna do the grains buff. Up, you're gonna block 2. Sounds good. Go on hit mark. Hit pass. No. Yeah, I got distracted because I want to make sure I play out this turn properly. But yeah, I want Hero to grow with. And Syndra, I do enjoy playing. My Verdansk deck is being played by my brother-in-law. If I have a Verdansk deck, I also wouldn't probably be playing it even if I had it because I don't like the current iteration of what's... I don't have to play that list. I could just play full combo and people would be less prepared for it, per se. But if Syndra is still popular, technically combo Verdansk is not as viable because you don't have time to set up for your combo. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I like the Draconic Hero. I have most of block. I don't need that right now. It needs to do more than 4. I need to block 7. 3, correct? No, because it's at 11. Normally it's at 10. Well, I have to block 8. I don't think I'll have the resources for route. I block that. Pass, and then I'll shelter, which is normally I'll have for sync. I am copying someone else's list because I'm not familiar enough with Fang to make my own options. So they do have sync, so it'd be a Fate Foreseen instead of shelter. I don't want to refresh. It's not on me. It is not. This is only attack reaction. Then we go here. They're blocking 10 of their 11, which is much better. You have code W on screen. You can see it. I am drinking this. I am drinking the watermelon lime guava flavor. Not bad. I don't like guava that much, but the watermelon lime actually tastes pretty good. Our turn's gonna be simple. We're just gonna front end pump, try and get this mark. We're gonna buff and hope that we can swing over whatever they block with, because we need that last fealty. I'm guessing they have some sort of D-react, so we're gonna go with Scar Tissue. And oh, they don't. Okay. So that's on hit mark already. I need to play a Draconic card to keep my fealties around. We're just also just gonna buff power so we get our damage through. Oh, hit we do. Sick. I will be paying for the grains because we have a bunch of 1 costs. The deck does run Tunic, which I am a fan of. I will swing for the 1 to get the extra fealty. So I can pop a fealty to make something Draconic. I can't pay for another grains. I would if I could. But I think in the Volda matchup, we're running grains just for the extra 2 block. This hand is not great, but we can make Glint and provoke Draconic. 5, go again. We should definitely block here for 1. Pass. I don't care about the 4 generic. It gets us under the life total for them. I'm hoping to actually arsenal this if they're just swinging hammer. Yeah, I'll take the hammer as well. Another 3 allows me to arsenal this potential bigger attack that they're setting up for. We don't have to pay resources anymore, and we have 1 floating for the provoke if they really don't want to block, but I don't know why they want it. Don't know why they're running Skull Cap either. Not like they don't have. Nice. They blocked with a card from hand, so I can make Glint Conic. So it gets a buff, and I get to go again. Even though you'd go again for it being Draconic. So we'll pass. We'll try and get a second attack off with this. Might play Provoke. We get draw out another card here. 100% will. I'm gonna go like this. Play Provoke. Get another card from them. And we'll just do this to create a fealty. I'm not going over. Here, actually, how much does this give me? That gives me 4. I can do buff and mark. No, we'll just pass. I want the fealty, that's it. And I don't want to IP2. This would only give it +2 because it's already got the buff from a Draconic card being played. They are not marked, unfortunately, so these 2 cards are less than stellar. So depending on what they do, they have a red. Nice, nothing. Since we're online, we can go here into this, into here. Hopefully on hit mark and get an additional attack. Or I can just go for buff here on the first dagger into second one, getting on hit additional attack. No, I want on hit mark and buff so I can get over. No, I want to play this. I might want to just IP it because they're not marked. Yeah, how they block. Yeah, the +4 is nice, but I'm trying to. They got deck advantage on me, which I got to keep in mind. Coming for 1. Falls, fails. I'm definitely sending Imperial Intent as the reaction here. We get the go again. And then we'll play along with LWL. Lowell. We'll go over by 1. Kind of want to mark here. This is a learning process of when, like, most of the time I'm trying to get as much value out of this as possible. Like trying to get both modes, which might be a little greedy. Oh, I like the new interface there. Actually, since yes, we don't have the IP, let's get the grains buff here. They're not marked. I'm gonna attempt to mark here, depending how much they're willing to put in front. They might have another D-react. They've only played 1 sync, but we got 2 of the put them in places, and they pitched the 3rd, so we're not too concerned about it. So I will just buff and mark. We'll go over a D-react. There'll be 5. No. Base 1 gets +2. Oh yeah, this is a +2, not a +3. I'm just used to +3s from other heroes. We don't need another. My nose. We don't need another vigor token here. You get the mark. Seems that they don't care. So we'll just get fresh damage in. Get another fealty so we're stacked up. This makes 1. If it hits, we'll get another one. So 6 so we can make a lot of things draconic if need be. If we get a non-draconic hand, we can at least make 2 things draconic as need be. So it looks like they have a full hand they want things to do with. So we will have some equipment blocks and a shelter to do so. Ooh, proliferate is good here. We have dominate. So I'll probably just honestly send for the Emperor as a block. Try and get these twist and turns. Choke slam. Pack action cards. We don't really care about the on hit other than the Tear Asunder. We'll block here, here. We don't want Tear Asunder. 6. That should be good. And go pass. We'll have 4 here. They have no pummels because they have no hand. We blocked 10 on their 9 with no on hits. Thank goodness. And then we have this. We can turn draconic. I think that's better than twist and turn. It's not a buff, but we get an additional card. We will pop a fealty here. It's reach around basically. I forgot I don't have to pay for my dagger, and I had one floating, so I still have the twist and turn. Maybe we have a sink blow for our arsenal, which is fantastic. But we do get an additional attack with the same dagger, so we get to swing that. Perfect arsenal. This does go over the block because this one gives technically it's the same dagger, but I want to make sure it's the proper chain. Plus 300 conic 2. I like the glistening blade. Do we want to pay for grains, or do we want this as a buff? I'm gonna go for the long game and get the vigor token here, and we'll break the chain so we get a guaranteed buff. There. They're still sending 2. It's not quite 5, but I'm going for the long game again because they have deck damage on me, meaning that I have less cards in my deck than they do. I want to guarantee that the late game that I have the resources to cover any additional attacks. Here, thinking out our turn, I can probably just sink, and then we can sink this for the Drakai to get a different card, and put Overcrowded in our arsenal for the end of our turn. We'll pass. We don't have to IP the sink blow. 4 on 4 is good, and we don't need the 4 Drakai. Ooh, on Sand, that's a good one to get some extra damage in. And Overcrowded is going to be fantastic if they start their turn with making another Seismic Surge, as it is an Aura token. We're going to try and end with a Vigor token as well. So free dagger. I'm going to start with Hunt's End, because this is just better on Chainlink 2. Also, depending on how they block, if they have a if they block this with a bunch of D-reacts, I will Glistening Steel Blade for the extra card. I am going to attempt to just use it as Vigor tokens. Alright. Perfect. I will create a Vigor token with the one that was floating. This gives +2, this gives +1, regardless of chain. Okay. I just want that out in their hand. So regardless of chain, this gives +2, so I can break the chain. It doesn't matter. I don't need the extra fealty. I'm at 5 at the moment. So I get more buff out of playing this and then going into that. Trying to optimize our damage. Every point of damage matters in Fang, because the chip. Warriors are the fair class. So you have to take every point of damage you can to guarantee that you, now that you're fair, actually, no, this attacks for 1, 2, 3. That's not a token. 1, 2, 3. This gets +3. This is attack for 4, or it blocks for 4. I'm gonna save it as a block. I think it's more valuable. We have them on the ropes at 16. We have a good life lead, and our deck damage is not as bad since we don't have to block with a card from hand. We're definitely blocking. It's a crush here, plus 2, 3, 4. This will be a block for 5, only taking 2. I do have pummels. I saw them pitch one, so I'm slightly scared. So we can block extra, or say YOLO, and we can just discard the fealty as need be. And I'm gonna say YOLO. We can discard the fealty maker need be. We block 5 on 2 if they hit us with the pummel. Yeah, we put a card on top, and then we discard a card, or vice versa. They represented it. We get to pummel. We have to discard a card. We'll discard the fealty maker, and then we'll put the Horn Vengeance on the top of our deck. want to mark them. Okay, and we're going to do a sidestep basically. Whereas if they block this one, we're just going to pump this one, these two here. Hopefully this hits for one, but as they've shown, it's not likely to. So actually, go like this. I have enough fealty. I can go like that to get the extra bonus there. They're due for a D react, oddly enough. We will pay for this grains since we have one left over. And then we play this now. Doesn't matter as long as we play it before we do our next attack because we got the buff there. And since we don't care what chain is, it just says the next attack. We go like this. But we have another attack for 5. So yeah, we did lose 2 cards, but we still sent 10. And they should win the clash unless they have a non-attack on top. Oh, what was the clash? This defends reveal the top card. Crush from your hand if you do. Oh, I thought that was a clash. We got our fealty back that we used. So we're still at 5, so we can guarantee 2 draconic cards played if we get a full non-draconic, which we were close. I think we're just gonna sink Lint. We don't need the blue right now. This is our second sink. Blue. I don't want Steel Blade right now. Okay, so that's an interesting to have. So I can play this, into that, and then also sidestep. Or we can front buff, sidestep, arsenal. I think I would rather have the arsenal right now. This is a good one to arsenal. So we'll just present 3 up front, present 3 on the back end. No additional grain. We can redo grains. No, I might actually pitch it to bracers. So we'll do front pump here. Present 3. So this is 4. This will turn it into 5. And we'll do 5. So yeah, we won't do the grains because we don't care about chain links. Alright, we'll present 5. Looks like they care about their hand a lot more this turn, which is kind of terrifying. Of that, or they have defense reactions, which again they are due for some. They use their boots very early, which I find odd. They are marked. Not that we are not doing grains because we're going to break the combat chain and use our Brave 4 bracers, which I just opened out of a history pack box. Super excited about. It's a white border. I don't know if I'm going to white border Fang yet. I will play it non-white bordered at a few events. Oh, no, undo. I didn't mean to play that. We'll see if they let me undo. If not, fuck it. We'll just send 8. No arsenal. 8 is lethal, so they have to give us cards at this point. And we still have plenty of armor. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have our crown, which is huge this early. Or not this early, at this point of the game. When we have half our deck left. I really wanted to save that second Tooth of the Dragon for next turn. But there's only so much we can do. Why is my lid leaking? Must put it on slightly sideways. These ones you do have to secure the lid a bit more on the sides. But the top is secure. It's got like a double. Oh, they allowed for undo. That's fine. It doesn't go far enough back. So go pass anyways. Here. While they're waiting, I'm going through my Discord. My Discord, not the Fang Discord. You have to, oh, they're going to give us most of their hand, which is huge because they have to create a seismic surge to keep this around. So they'll probably just pitch the card a seismic surge, make a seismic surge and pass. Otherwise, they're going to send a limp attack from hand. And we'll just block and cycle one of these with our crown. I don't need another blue pursuit because this is not a buff. Yeah, it doesn't buff anything. It's like a limp block with crown here is kind of sad. A block with boots. But I really don't want this other pursuit in my. I'd rather just start stealth threat and damage. That's much better, especially with a twist and turn that we can make draconic. This can just go to grains and Ray Forge bracers. This is a once per turn. Okay. Here. Some people might be wondering, hey, why aren't you going gravy? You're interested in gravy. I was interested in necromancer. Gravy, not as much. Maybe it's just the pirate thing that I wasn't interested in. I played the deck around with. I played a budget build, which I actually like. I like the pummel build, but I'm also a competitive person, so I might play it on the side. I don't feel like making entirely about it. Yeah, like I said, I want a deck that I grow with. Gravy is also on that high point tier where I can't quite grow with the deck as much as I wanted to. So, and Fang is somebody I'm interested in because it's draconic. It's my favorite. Oh, this is an action. +2. This would be does go over here. I keep thinking twist and turn is a reaction. It would be insane as a reaction because +3 and attack with it again. Have to break the chain and long with. Happy about that. This isn't chain 2, so it doesn't get the remark, but it does give me another fealty, and it does go leak a damage over there. I will pitch to grains here because I'm going to break the chain, and although Long Whisper doesn't like that, I don't care because I'm getting maximum damage here. Buff because our weapon did hit. We're buffing again with potential. Hey, we get to hit like a second time. Granted, the next attack will be a lot weaker. For the go again to be able to hit again, I'm gonna go with a buff to get as much damage. Buff, and then we'll get another range trigger. And now they'll have to block us again. Ooh, they have the sink blow. So 1 damage still gets through, allowing us that hit. Is huge. For the twist and turn I am getting a bigger fan of, even though it is up front. Meaning that they see it coming. It's still buffed by, what was it? Buffs by 3 in yellow, which is better than some of the draconic reds that we get. I wish there was more draconic cards. For warrior. We got plenty of fealties. We attacked with both, so we get our boots back. So I think they're just going to send hammer after creating. Where is it still around? Oh, it's because we let it hit. So we get to blow this up with shelter. I'm going to go pass. Block with shelter. It doesn't hit. Defense react. Like I said, this would be a fate foreseen, so we get to see. We're not second cycle yet because this is only the second Hunt's End I've seen. We pitched our specialization in quotations. This is draconic warrior attack. So this is a reaction, this is a reaction. So if they just block like ass, we get to just kill them. They played a D-react. Still due for another sync. They, depending on Volda, they don't run, honestly, a lot of reactions. So we'll go like this, and we'll go like this. That's 9, even if they have a 4 block. Goes over. And then we'll send this. Oh, there it is. Good game. Good game. What we got there? Let's see if I can go to the Fang Gang to give them proper acknowledgement. So this is count your misplays or camo list. I am actually quite a fan of it at the moment. I have some other ones saved. I do have to edit this version. If I don't have this, we'll put those in the maybes. We got to do fates. Technically, I don't own most of the deck, but outside of the warrior equipment that my friends have, I acquired this. My friend has this. I'm probably going to use the draconic boots, so I should probably also put that there. Go draconic. I don't own these boots. How much do these cost again? Yeah, they're $80. Yeah. Full foil is $117. So I gotta go draconic booties. Draconic booty deck. But yeah, my friends have the rest of the equipment that I can borrow. I might be able to borrow this. You know, we'll just practice with what's to be there, and realistically, I'll just have 3 less health. I'll block about 3 times with it. Yeah, the rest of the helmets have warmongers. I need to order my warmongers because they're not going to get any cheaper. All right, back into this. Reload. Do competitive, public. If anybody wants to battle me, you're more than welcome to. You can let me know. I'm not trying to face anything in particular. I am just playing whatever pops up in the competitive queue, and I'm doing competitive queue so that way I don't, if I mess up, I learn not to undo. Because that's how I learn the best myself. Oh, no, I don't want that. I'm just sharing my Discord in more places. Not Discord. Stream in more places. I know it is a late stream, but some countries sleep at different times. And since I don't have a lot going on as well. Yep. That's my face. We are at 329 subscribers on YouTube out of 500. That 500 goal allows me to build a paid community similar to Patreon. Granted, I'm not doing a lot of on Patreon. I need to get back into it. I need to do my review for the season that I did for Kano. Basically, though, at 500, I'll be able to move all that stuff into YouTube. I'll probably get off of Patreon because it'd be so much easier for me to just make the content for YouTube. So that was just there's like, hey, early access to videos. I can publish my videos early there, and then they can see it. It's already uploaded. It's not a mirror. This is Kasai. We want to go second. Yeah, obviously they're gonna make me go that, and then the 3 cards that I assume is this one that are missing. That would have been Fate for C. Not Fate for C. Other one. I can see Overcrowded coming in as a good block because they're going to have Vigor tokens as well. But it's with different names, so we're both making them. This needs to be fixed because I am not playing against Volda. How much blocking value do I want to give them? We do have Route, which would be funny on here to send it back. So we'll do that. We'll do Hunt's End because we don't have 3 fealty, so let's put that at the bottom. We have all the resources we need. We don't have a Draconic, so we can put this back and hit. But we don't have a Draconic thing. We get +3. Sure, why not? And we still have 1 for brains. Thick. And we keep the twist and turn. I like that. That was fun. I like Route. I should have some history pack ones somewhere. We'll do Hunson. I want to see first. We can start here. This one, when your weapons get +1, twice in space, they get again. Hot streak. Yeah, we'll just say pass because they're gonna have to buff. We don't want to give her a prize if we don't have to. This gets +3 and go again. So we'll probably fate foreseen here. Provoke. I do want provoke. It's a blue, and if we happen to draw another blue, we can guarantee that. I'm gonna call it. We can just play it instead. Plan here is play this long whisker, scar, and then no undo block. I think we'll just take the 4 because we'll do twist turn, long whisker, scar, end on this, and choose war. Yeah, I think we'll just take 4 so we can maximize front end buffs, and then end with 4 Mugger's Plum. We got 4 there. Or depending on how they block, we don't. Oh, they didn't block at all. So we go on it mark then. And then we can arsenal the scar tissue. For remarking. On hit mark, send 5. Especially since they're having, hopefully they have a lot of actions. We can also pitch to grains, which what's better? No, we're not gonna pitch to grains. Break the chain. And we're gonna choose war. They chose war as well. So we'll choose war. Put that in our arsenal. So we're not online with this as well, so I might just block with it. I want to Kabuto this early. No, because they don't have. So we'll just block here. I can't play this. And undo blocks. Can't play this, so we'll block there. So this provoke will just go to pitching the daggers. Yes, I'll let you undo. Pass, go into your reaction step. Oh. Yes. Revert to turn. So they did something wrong. Not entirely sure what. So we'll block with the card we can't play. This can go to a grains pitch. Okay. Glint. That's her. They get their go again. They get to redraw. Hopefully it's another action. And then they send 2. We're going to send both of our daggers. We'll block 1 here. Take the slight chip. I think in the warrior matchup, again, I'm not very versed in it as a Kano player. But I think it's whoever can chip the most and whoever can save their Kabuto in the mirror match the longest. Oh, dang, that's crazy. No, it's pitchless, and then we get to go again. So we do have to pitch or provoke. I want to attack you. I want that mark. And we'll do scar tissue from arsenal to reapply the mark. Oh. Yes, we'll do both because I don't have draconic. So I'm not getting go again. Play both, and then I can get a greens buff. There we go, perfect. Not a greens buff, but no, I spoke too soon. I had the sink below, so we don't even get the greens either. Big sad. Oh, there's an error with YouTube. What exactly is going on here? Says your YouTube is not receiving enough for a smooth stream. Ooh, I'm sorry for anybody that's viewing. I do have all options for the stream. So they're free. What are we doing here? Need the blue to pitch, and then we can do this, that. So we'll just say no blocks. I could also block with just. I don't want to block Kabuto. 4. I don't want to take the chip. Doesn't have go again, but it is free. Here, play out our turn. So this is pitching to our weapons. To side grade buff on the back end. +6. Technically block with no, I need no, this would give this a go again, and this can go there. Next gets +2. Warriors always are stronger on the second attack, so we'll say no blocks here. Make them have the go again. Don't have reprise pop off on the first one. I don't want them to get another glip. Ah, lame. I should have blocked, but it would have. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. So they only have 2 Satari Sabers. Cost 1 to attack with it, though. Fortunate for me, I am going to cry, cringe, and just take all the damage. Block the next Satari Saber if they pitch to it. From hand. Save our equipment. Doesn't have go again. Perfect. I think we might swing at one of these cell swords here. Take one of. No, we don't want them having 2. And since we're doing a side grade here, buffing the next attack, a free kill on a saber or cell sword, and we get a free vigor activation. And now we can swing into them. I don't want them having 4, or not 4, 2, just in case they can pay for them. Not something I really want to see happen. What is this really acting up? I cleaned a decent chunk of the apartment today, so I have done all through my nose. And I'm a little. Where's my TV? Like nothing playing on the TV. It was just on. Thought I turned that off a while ago. So it's been on for a while. I've been on my computer a while before streaming. I haven't streamed in a while. I haven't streamed all of ProQuest. They didn't block, so reactions start with me. So I can do D-React. If they have D-React, we'll go over it. Nope, they didn't. Have a free arsenal. Get our first fealty. They do have a 5-card hand and a spell sword. Okay, so we do have a free fealty here. Get our blue for that. Anything else? Try and get a block. Because this would chain link 1, 2. Okay. Okay, we'll sync this to try and get a block 3 on the 6. +3 +2. You're definitely going to give your next weapon attack like that. 3, 7, pass. Probably have a buff in hand as well. So when I sync, they'll go over top of it. Reaction starts with them though. See if they want to push through additional damage or wait for me to play a defensive reaction. I don't know. But I should probably put the win-loss. Let's fix it. We are 1-0 at the moment. Nice. Oh, reveal it down there at the bottom of the stream. So we'll lock that again. Refresh case it's on me. Nope, it is on them. Are you there? Refresh. Here's refresh. Refresh the page. And we don't want to have them wait on us. We will wait on them because I have nothing else to do but wait on them. Okay, here we will sync. I'm hoping to get a 3 block out of this because we already have chain link 1 reaction, chain link 2 reaction. And then this is our resource card. Slowly but surely, they will think through their turn. They pitched to raise an army. They don't have any gold. I'm waiting to see blood on their hands before I block with Kabuto. Once they play blood on their hands, then I'll block. Not before. Refresh, make sure it's not us. I will see, refresh the page. Not us. Do a speed test just to make sure it's not us. Speed test. Speed test. I have fantastic internet. That's why I was confused by the YouTube thing. Upload is a little slow because we're streaming. Usually it's like 10-15. Back on us. Like to see this card. Got a 3 block out of it. Awesome, awesome. Love to see it. Now I can block with this. On the next attack, and if I need to, I can block with grains to guarantee I don't get hit. But don't want to block with grains this early. This match, it looks like it's going to take a while. Not because it's a blocky match, because they're taking a hot second to make their decisions. But yeah, we have fast internet server in Spokane. My eyeball. Oh, my analytics. Yeah, we're at 329 views. We're doing all right. I haven't posted in a while. Recent subscribers. Shout out to these guys. Or girls, I don't know who they are. He, she, they, them, all the above. Whatever they want to be. I am unconcerned as long as they watch my videos. Sail sword. Sail sword. 3. This is going to come in for 2. Next weapon tech. Next weapon tech. That's it. So I will block here. They have, if they have a buff for their weapon, they have a buff for the weapon. Probably going into Cell Sword with this because this is going to be the side grade. Oh, we have a Vigor token. Yeah, we'll just take the 2. They have a buff, but I think they're just going to arsenal. What? Oh, the next time a weapon hits. I forget that clause on those. That's kind of annoying. They just got a shit ton of copper off of me. I forget that's his clause. Whenever the next one, I thought it was that initial attack. I always confuse them. Why is that not in the grave? Did they banish it? Oh, they got, yeah, they did banish it. So we got the 1, which is cool. So we can go Saber there, get rid of that. And we'll buff this to get a fealty token. Hits, so we get the bigger token. This cares about chain link 3, so this would be 1 buff. Be the same as buffing here. So I'd rather just save it for another grains trigger. We'll go like that. 1. Block, they're just blocking with boots. Perfect. Do I care? Yeah, I want another grains trigger. I will hit you here for 4. We get our boots back as well. Hit you for nothing. That's their second sync blow. Yeah. They're short on. No, they have enough reds now with the sync blow to get another thigh trigger. Yes, I would like to go that chain like 2. Got a fate for scene. Not bad. Don't want her to get another gold if we can help it. Yeah, undo. Red, red, yellow, yellow. Maybe they want to play something. Change anything. Yeah, because they only had just enough to do so. They drew a card. They turned on their hero ability. So their swords are cheap. Okay, remember, this is the whole turn. Whenever a weapon, not the weapon. It doesn't give go again, though. I really want to save this for blood on their hands turn. I could just shut them down here on the 5, go 2, and then 6. Turn isn't very interesting either. It's just long whisper. into Hope I Mark and then send this to get my last fealty. I'll just do Boots and Fate for Scene. Again, I really, really want the... Ooh, fuck. Okay, nah, I keep forgetting that doesn't buff, which is... If that buffed, that'd be insane. We still cover up unless they have another reaction. I'm hoping they're not. We want another Long Whisper next turn. Probably. There's something better? No. Maybe a Twist and Turn, because it buffs more. They got the go again. They didn't get the buff. The Cell Sword. That's their second one of that. Oh no, that's their third one. Sick. We don't have to worry about it anymore. 2. How likely will they give me the mark? I'm going to try for it. Do I want to take 2 or do I want to block 2 here? No, we don't want them any more copper. We don't want any more copper from them. This is my resource card. This is my chain card. We're not going to get our boots back this turn because if I get the mark, well, if I get the mark, I'm going to send this. If I don't get the mark, then we'll get our boots. Because if they're marked, I get the fealty for sure. I was working on a janky version. Yeah, my decks. Did I delete Jink already? That was running more attack actions like Blaze, Hunt for Hunt, March Loyalty, my tech card, Lava Burst. I've gotten Lava Burst off twice now. So yeah, we'll go here on hit mark. Submit. We go over just barely. Get the +1. They want to get a D-React. Oasis Respite. That's insane. Okay. No mark for me. We'll just swing dagger. Put it on this one. So they have to respect the next dagger. Get wrecked. So here we go. They already prevented damage of that dagger. So now this is just 1 on hit mark. I already blocked with boots. That's cool. You can do a side grade. Get marked. So next turn, as long as we can send this, I would love to pay for grains. Yes. What? Why was there no mark? Did this suck? The next time target dagger hits. Oh, it's still on the chain. Okay. There it is. I'm like, where the hell is my mark? I'm mad. Me mad. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay. Sick. So Long Whisper and Fealty dominate. Or just take 6. Because we got a pretty sick turn. We start by attacking and then okay. Yeah, it's gonna hit anyways. Let's just take the 6. I got a sick hand. We're gonna provoke. I'm gonna take cards from them. They're gonna go up cards, but they don't have go again. That's fine. We take 6. So this chain. Okay. Cool. Technically our dagger's free because of the vigor token, so we can use glint on provoke. And we can side grade here. We go like this. Boom. We're not gonna, we don't want to hit. We want them to block here. It's gonna turn us online. Yeah, Kabuto. That's fine. I forgot they had that as well. But that our turn, we still have an attack. So we go like this. Defense step, that's fine. And the react step, we still play provoke to stake a card from their hand. And then we send for the Drakai. We could just front pump all our stuff here because this is our only dagger. So we definitely go provoke first. And we can always save Long Whisper for Arsenal, which is probably better. I heard a bump in the night. We got that one. Oh, if they gave us that, that's crazy. We still want to make a fealty here so that we are online for next turn. We're online, but we can't send our next dagger, which is fine. Took a card from them, and they gave us the draw card, which is concern for me. Then we send this to get an extra fealty, so we can turn something draconic if need be. So they got rid of their Kabuto, which is a big concern for me. We got 2 fealties out of that. They were marked and we hit them. We can turn 2 things draconic, which is a big plus, even though we have Long Whisper. And we don't get a range trigger because that's only for weapons. Whenever an attack you control, weapon attack. They're playing a little slow with their triggers, or my triggers. Let's refresh, make sure it's not me. It is not me. I'm sorry for anybody that's waiting for a more invigorating stream. It is late night. I am slightly tired. And my opponent is taking a little bit of time to think on some triggers that don't need a lot of time to think, like me getting a fealty. Ooh, Hunt's End, that's a good one to see when we have Fate Foreseen. Oh, we have a sick turn, so I'm honestly probably just going to go Kabuto and Boots block. So they had a double draw swords. Tome. So they're just cycling cards. They've drawn twice now. Depending, and then Unsheath. We're definitely going to block with this here. We're just going to do equipment blocks. Even though they're front pumping, so I am going to take a little bit here. But they have a 3-card hand. So I'll make them IP a bit. We're blocking 4, and then we'll block 4 more with Fate. So they can't attack with their next weapon. And we're going to fully block. Up. Nice, and we got lots of buffs. And we're getting an additional attack and potentially another additional attack. So they don't quite IP as much. Because I did have another reaction. Twist and turn. I love to see twist and turn. Especially after we're online. We're going to pass. We do take 2, unfortunately. We're a little bit lower life than them. The heart didn't get them health because we were at 20. They were at 22 or 23 already before the hit. Okay, they're just not IPing that way. You don't get to attack with your weapon. But you're more than welcome to pitch a Fate Foreseen. I think you should pitch, I guess you have 2D react, sure. And they're just cycling cards so that they don't IP as much. We don't have a resource card, but we are online. I don't know, perforate. Do I want a front buff? I have plenty of buff with Huts, and we'll swing here. And we'll use Draconic Perforate as our first one. Yeah. Does it have to hit? No, it just gets an additional 1. We miss out on a buff of 3, but we get an additional attack, making Long Whisker even better. And we get a redraw. Like this, an additional attack. Oh yeah, we knew it was twist and turn, so we could break the chain. Long Whisker doesn't like that, so we get an arsenal. And we'll send the same dagger. Come in for 1, but it's going to get +5 from this. Okay, so we definitely hit them with the +5 here. Okay, go again. Oh, okay, they got the Fate Foreseen. So they did have 2 Fate Foreseens in hand. Making it awkward for them. They have very good blocks as well. So I'm still scared for their blood on their hands turn. We want the grains. Where do we want? Break chain, twist and turn. No, because we don't want to break chain. I do want to arsenal this, but no grains. So this is Draconic Chain 3, so we get all 3 options, +2 on hit mark and an additional attack. if they let us go through. So like here they're pausing at weird points like that. We're at damage step. Why are they taking so long on damage step? Alright, so we send this. And we get all 3 options here, which is fun. The not mirror warrior mirrors are an interesting one. Like I said, I think it's about who can get the most out of their cards. We want on this one because it's the one we are attacking with. We get mark and additional attack. Unless they have another direct, which they do, speak it into existence. So those are all on hits. We don't get any on hits, but we did strip a second card from them. So we get the additional attack. That's not an on hit, but the mark is. That's nice. So we get a chip 1. We will skip the grains. Ooh, the hit is still on the dagger, so they are marked. That's good to know. A good interaction to know about. So the mark is there. This is the same dagger that hit. So we got to swing 4 daggers, which is cool. That's why I like a lava burst in my build. So you get the random lava burst at the end of a chain. Like that with twist and turns and long whispers for additional attacks after you're online. Don't want any extra copper if we can help. So their only thing is sending for 4. Our turn, let's see here. We front with twist. If they block, we send. We'll probably block boots and for the emperor. Oh, block. Saber. Don't need the resource. Go again. This. Side grade buff. Arsenal. For the emperor. We can operate off this 2-card hand here. Twist and turn here, making this for 4, and then coming. This will be 5 because it buff. Okay. Depending on how they block as well, because they see the twist and turn, they might want to buff more, block more. We can also send just for the Drakai. I think it's probably better. Either way, we have to play this. Never mind, I'm dumb because I had to get the go again off this. I meant whether or not we send dagger. Oh, draconic attack. So this actually can go on here. Ooh. So yeah, we might just send this instead of dagger, depending on how they block. They give us the extra attack. We could just send dagger arsenal. Yeah, so there's the go again, making us have it, I guess. We get the fealty. We get an additional attack with a dagger. No, doesn't really matter for the additional attack. We can send the same dagger, I guess. And arsenal this. They have a full hand, which is scaring me. Oh yeah, we'll just send the same dagger for 4. And then arsenal for the Drakai. Okay, there's the 2-card block. Oh, but it's equipment. Okay, I don't know why they didn't just block the initial one. No, I think depending on their turn, we might have to give up our grains here. Also depends what we draw. We have a sink. We have 2 sink blows left in the last half of our deck here. This is good to know. Well, it's not, but we do have route, but no blues. Interesting. Slice and dice. So the first one gets +1. So and then piercing. Okay, but it has go again. They're going to activate their hero ability? I would. They have enough yellows for it. They have 1 yellow. No, they don't have enough yellows for their own hero ability. 3 with piercing. I don't have the resources for route. I block with it. I think we go buff. Here we can block with our boots on this next one. Because it's going to get +3. This is coming in for 5. No on hit, right? I don't want this buff though. Go here, front buff. Don't really care about the mark, honestly. So this one buff. I don't want to take 5s. We're definitely blocking there. I should just block here. We are way behind on deck though. We have to start going on the aggressive. So we'll take the damage here. So since we're lower on deck, we have to aggro them out from here. We can no longer be on the defensive. Did they fat stack or something? Or are they just not blocking it? So we have 30 engraved. They have... No, we've been playing more cards than them. So front buff here. We're just going to go all out. 3, buff, buff. Because we have to play reacts to attack our weapons twice. So yeah, we go here. Yeah, we just have to try and strip every single card we can from them. Get +3 off this, 1 from the dagger itself, +2 here. So we're gonna leak 3 over. Perfect. Then we're gonna send dagger here. I'll turn grains off because we're probably not gonna pay for it anymore. They're playing 1, 2. They're playing Sink, Fate, and Force Shelter. This is an annoying deck. I think we lost due to deck damage. I'm still going to try and force out as many cards as I can from them here. Giving us that. This gets +3. I want to go again. Even though we're not dealing any damage here. Oh, we deal 1. I forgot. 1 from itself. From here is +3. We get leak 1, and then we can send 4. Or from here. Okay, yeah, we just have to be on the aggression because we're running out of cards. Specifically also draconic cards, but we have enough fealty. We have +3 fealty, so any reaction in general. Actually, it just has to be any card. So we can turn an action. So some of the front buffs into a draconic card to ensure that we don't lose all of our fealties. They did greed for a 2-card hand so that they could play. Like this, we might block with for the Emperor. I'd rather try to kind of send it. So we go this into side grade into this. So we can block with this, boots, grains. So that way this has go again, which is unfortunate, but this isn't going to get buffed. It would be buffed by 1, so this comes in for 3. How much aggression could we get? We give this into, this is a buff. We go this into side grade, into dagger, into, we don't have a float here, or we can block here. So basically front pump, side pump. We still don't have a buff for this. Do block. I can't use this. I don't have the resources for it, so we block with it. And that's how that works because it's a 1 cost, and I don't have a resource floating. So this into this into play both of these on this dagger base and have a side. That's how I'm going to work it. Because this, it gets more buff on a thing here, and then we'll just block with grains. Yeah, we don't need grains here because it's not lethal. Save grains for lethal attacks. We're on the same footing. They have way more deck. Something I need to learn how to control. when to pivot sooner. There should have been a point. I think it should have been there should have been an earlier point to make the pivot to go aggro and block with less. I was just trying to get in the mentality of playing with 2-3 card hands as Fang, because that's kind of his go-to. You need 2 draconic cards, block, so you can block, get your boots back. But there's supposed to be a pivot point at some point. I should have. I might do a VOD review on this portion, but the stream that's been going for an hour. I don't know if I want to go all the way to an hour 10 stream. Let's refresh, make sure it's not me we're waiting on. So like, yeah, they're just doing weird things like this that's been taking the game so long. Refresh the page, please. That way we can go on to my turn. You have no game actions. You have no action points. You have no cards in hand, no resources aside from Tunic. Why is it taking you so long to pass the priority back to me? A little chalky. I didn't put enough water in there. Come on. Refresh the page, please. I don't want to concede because as much as conceding would allow me to go to the next turn, next game. Through there, refresh the page. This is an important match, more so from a learning perspective and because I might win. Because they're at 9, I have 3, 6, 9 just in buffs. 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 damage presented this turn. We'll refresh, make sure it's not me. It is on them. Hello. Refresh the page. Your opponent is disconnected, so maybe they saw that they've lost. Maybe they looked at my stream and saw that I had 11. I'm going to give them the 60 seconds. Says there's 4 people here, and I would love to chat with some of y'all if y'all want to chat. Because I don't know a lot about Fang. Fang's warriors in general are new to me. For anybody that's seen my channel, I played Kano past 3 years. I'm looking for a new hero to play. Syndra, I have fully built, and I plan on playing her at events until I can build Fang up because his equipment is expensive, and I own only Brave Forge bracers. My friends have Grains of Blood Spill, and if they're not playing Warrior, they have Valiant Dynamo that I could borrow. So I'll have to afford a headpiece at my own cost because everybody else is going to be using their rounds and stuff. Opponent has left the game. Why is this extension cord? I just have a bunch of cables on my desk because I had to pick up stuff that plugged in and not be. I don't know why that cable is greasy. So opponent has left the game. I don't want to concede. I will report the player. And opponent has disconnected. So we'll click concede. Just so that way we can look at their hand that they were going to draw into. Ooh, so they were drawn into triple Donnie, so a non-block. They have 3, 6. They have 10 block. And we're going to send a front buff here. So we're coming in for 4. We're coming in for 4. I would probably just block. They sent both weapons, so they do have boots back. They block boots. I'm sending 4. It'll go up to 5. So they probably block boots, Fate Foreseen, or Shelter of the Storm, sorry. And then they still have 6 block here. So they fully blocked this one. We go over to this dagger. I buff it by 6. So it's going to come in for 7. They block 6. No, their hand, they have this. They're at 9. They fully blocked this. I'm sending 7. They could probably block with Trot Along and take 7 on 3. They take 4, go down to 5. Pitch triple Donnie to a dagger. Give it +2. So it's coming in for 4. My hand is sink below and these, so I'd probably go sinking this to draw into that. So I would see that. So we send this and to that, so we can front buff entirely. Honestly, I'd probably just actually swap this because I don't have the resource to pay for it, where these are all 0 cost. So we can go 2, 4, plus 8. Their new hand would be here 1, 2, 3, 4. They have no arsenal, so they have 3, 6, 9, 12. Block 13 if they use 14 block. My hand has 2, 4, 8, 9, 10. 10 on their 14, but they're not likely to block 14 on the first dagger. They'll probably block like 6, 7 with the boots, and I can send so 7 on 14. I said what, right? 2, 4, no, it was 8. This is 8, 9, 10. 10 on 6, 4 gets through. They took 4, they were at 5, so they'd be at 1 with and I can send a second dagger because this would obviously have go again. Send 1. At their 1, they block with the 1 card. Send unsheath, but they don't have a resource. They'd have the arsenal. Then I'm at here 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not marked, but I send 4. I'm up to here 1, 2, 3, 4. So I front pump. And then we go 2, 6, 7, 6, 7. They have a grains. I think I lose the deck damage, honestly. They're at 1. They have to block indefinitely. So I think it'd be pretty close on it. But we are going to move those results. Hi decks. We're at copy of camo results. Because technically, this should not. We had to concede to play something. So we click on this little button here to edit our result. This is technically a win. Should be win. Win. Or very close loss. Lost. They AFK'd. Not lost. Law. Oh, wrong. Very close. 8. That's 10 rounds or 10 turns, and that should not have lasted as long as it did. Run this competitive CC, play the camo. Someone has already joined this match. That butt hurts. I'm sitting too long. You gotta do your tailbone exercises. Weak tailbone like me for sitting too long. I would like to, I don't know. Oops. Okay, oh. Second. Oh, fuck. Took me too long. I wish I could look at these while I'm choosing, but that is not an option. So Florian is second. If I get they get to choose. Here's is who goes first. Here's I haven't. Oh, what? Why are people leaving? It's because they don't know it's Fang, and then they come in here. It's like I don't want to play against Fang. Nobody's playing Fang. And nobody's playing Fang. But I'm learning. I should also post in here. While we wait, I will post my stream here as well. And then we also post it on the Talishar content page. We can get some more people in here, especially since it's a late night stream. Let's try and get some more people. So far, nobody's chatted, even though there's plenty of people popping in. Let's leave late night. Try and join. I like to hear Mario. We would like to go second. And we go Mario / Slippy. If we're short 3 cards, it's because I took out shelters and there's themes now. Some shelters don't want to buy shelters. It's dumb. And then we click submit deck. Anybody else in the chat play Fang? We are now 1-1. Let's fix that. Technically we're 1-1, but it might have been. We do like 0.5. Make it more interesting topic. 1/0.5. Because we had to concede to move on to the next. We're going second. They need to fix those graphics. Not against Kasai. Because I should have conceded instead of going AFK. Maybe they're AFK. I hate that has piercing. Let's see. So this is not likely to get played next turn as we don't have a blue. We'll block with this next. No, honestly, I might. Ugh, I hate that. Target defending attack. They didn't want to reduce my buff. A stealth card, that's why. It doesn't have stealth. I don't want a redundant. We're already marked. I don't want to take the extra damage though. I would like to redraw. Flick knives. Interesting. So they have a Calicera card to get, or they're hoping to flip into the Calicera hero. They got this one, hits Arsenal, so no Arsenal for us. We're gonna put Hunt's End here because actually no. We go Savor the Bloodshed to get the buff. Pitch here. 5. Just 5. And then fealty token, create, make it 6. And swing 1. So that way you don't get the benefit of banishing our arsenal. Let's go again. Mark. Interesting. I don't think it's going long enough that I'll see this again, so I'll just front buff. Front buff. Hit them for her more. Hit them for 5 and pass. Okay. Oh, at least we got a very defensive hand. Block with this. Hopefully we'll just send for the Emperor, honestly. Especially. So save the blue. They did have a Calicera. We definitely block with this. We definitely block with Hunt's End. And we block with Fate Foreseen. They are going to give it, though they don't have the discard. Ooh, sick. They could just have a buff in their arsenal, though. Honestly, I don't want to see that right now. I'm not online. Not as easyable to cast. It is a 0 cost. Next time you hit somebody with a dagger, we're just going to say nah. And just fully block that. And we'll just send for the Emperor for 5 generic. That's lame interaction. Thick knives, getting rid of the Calicera. Probably Codex in their hand, and I'm just gonna cry. I'll take the 3 and be sad about it. Still want to have some potential tempo. I like that card. And we need a card to keep our 1 fealty alive. So we are sending 5 damage at least, which is average for Fang. You'd send 3 on average. No grains, we don't get our boots back, but it's not like we had option 2. We had to keep our fealty. No on hits, just 5. I take the 5. That's Block with warmongers. Don't have card. Take the mark here. My plan is block with warmongers. And attack. Play this. Play this. Just to deal as much damage. And since we don't have it, we'll make this have another Callisto card. Good for that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Block, block, block. Three. Hopefully they just don't have Toxin. Swap out. For a Draconic card? Nope, just another scar tissue. Okay. +3, but it gets go again. So hopefully they just don't have. Ugh. Okay, well, that's probably GG's on it. No, we can discard the other scar. Not something I'm happy about. We're not marked, so they don't transfer. For the scar, banish it. And I very annoying. Like we probably won't get online this match. What suggestion do they have for us? Audio streams current bitrate is not. It should be fine. I don't know why Studio keeps telling me that I don't have bitrate. I'm like, I have the bitrate set. That way it is good. But I can't because YouTube doesn't let you open audio streams current bitrate is 0, is lower than recommended. Open widget. I have. What do you mean? My audio bitrate. So there's nothing being recorded. Pop this. I hate that they don't block. It makes me scared that they have a very good hand. Get go again. We pay for the vigor token because the resource. Try and get our mark back or guilty. So they're just trying to erase us. Interesting. Not sure if that's the proper thing to do. We do have the life total lead back again. And we do get our boots to block with. So we have a dagger. Technically mark. Give us a fealty. Front pump. Get marked. There's not much I can do about it. I want as many cards as I can. If they send a red black widows, I'm just gonna try. I could just block it honestly, but if for bloodshed, they're still gonna get the draw because they're just gonna flick unless they're attacking with the clip. 3, so that's +7. Plus a free 9. Block here, take 8. Don't really care at this point. Hate that they get the draw. I'm not gonna waste my turn. Try and get my tempo loss for blocking it out. I could block 3, 6, 9. I could blocked it out. I'd still flick. Get it. Jiminy Christmas. Ugh, yeah, take the 4. Hopefully we get some tempo here. I'm trying to get some. The fuck? What did they? Oh, because they banished a red card. Eat a dick. Honestly. Super annoying. Okay, so we give the front pump here. Wing dagger. Can't break the chain because both these care about chain 2. But we're gonna play this one. You have buff. This will go to grains. So because no, they aren't marked, so we're not getting fealty from that. But do I want to mark them? Yeah, since they're doing like that, we'll do on hit mark submit. Goes up to 5. We get an additional attack, but we're not going to be online. Don't think we right. Greater than buff, greater than inertia. Hell yeah, love that. Well, it's not like we're gonna have an arsenal. That's actually fine, but it fully blocks, so they don't get the mark. It's fine. We send dagger. Create a fealty here, anyways, based off this. Is all we really want. We would love to get a grains trigger. 10 lost life. We lost life to try and gain momentum. That being our fealties. We didn't quite get the mark that we wanted to get 3 fealties. We will pay for this to get bigger tokens since we're not online. We need every resource that we can get. No, we should be able to. I didn't mark. Twist and turn is only if it hits. Right. When this hits, so we did not get the additional attack. Yes. Inertia did not affect us, so we do have sink below. I will probably sink scar tissue. No, we'll probably just. I need a blue, so we'll get marked. Unfortunately, I hate that I have to get marked, and we'll save blocks for something like that. So block 1 and say pass. They want to play a thing, they can play a thing. Alright. Gets the +3, which is insane. I hate to take up the mental. What are they going to grab? Just red one. Ink below. Scar tissue. We'll discard this. So I can send a 0 for 4 at least. Oh, fuck you. Assassin is my literally least favorite class. I think it's the dumbest class. It has just free value. It's, hey, you get fucked or you get fucked. Like, how do you want your wiener up your butt, dude? That's how assassin works. You want it up the left? Do you want it sliding across your left cheek, or do you want it slide across the right cheek, or do you just want no cheek touch at all? It's coming in. Especially with like take up the mantle and translotoxin. This wasn't needed to be printed. This definitely didn't need to be printed. I'm just glad Bonds is gone. We're gonna go on hit mark. If they're blocking with Codex, I want that 3rd fealty, please. I'm dumb because it doesn't buff it above it. Buff by 1. I need to go again though, so send 4. I don't have the resource to dagger. Get the life total. I have a second codex. I had the resource. I would send this. Don't. That sucks. You're online. Maybe block. You are a big chode liquor. I think we just die. Pass. I'm definitely gonna just wait for. Because we lose our fealties. Bottom that. Can't afford to send this. I could actually. Pay 1, pitching this. Okay. What was that? Scar. Swear to God, if they have another fucking Botox, Mark the Black Widow. Quit Flesh and Blood for the rest of the night. Breaking the Chain. They just have code. Go grab one. So they get buff because I have attack reaction. I don't have a marker. We have this 6. Take the 6. Yep, we're just gonna take 6. I have to attempt to grab tempo back at this point. I have to be the aggressor. They're gonna swing some dumbass attack at me. Breaking the Chain. Codex. Concede. Good game. It doesn't matter what they grab. I'm at 5. They can grab probably Throw Dagger in the backside. Was the only valid target, right? I know they have Art of Blood. Life. Either way, I had to block. I'd block with. I'd probably block the. But no, I don't have to discard a card. I might have prematurely conceded there. Fight because I fucking hate assassins. Are my least favorite class to play against. Doesn't matter what hero I'm playing as. They have 1 damage. They have deal 1 damage. Strip a card from your hand. Take the top deck. Gain life. You get Blood Rot, Fealty, a Frailty token. Yeah, it's just dumb. Every other class doesn't have something like, hey, if I deal 1 damage, I get to do all this shit. That just fucks you up. But either way, let's see what our turn was. Say we block this. Send dagger. Send this. Toss 1 here. Send core tissue. 1 hit mark. Daggers don't cost less. That'd be my turn. Block with that. And or I don't marked, but they can flick this, pick up sticks off this. Say that. That now gets +8. I'm at 5 if I die, so might have been a little premature. Block with that. Bring. They have that. Lysra flicking. Hunter's Clave. Buyback Hunter's Clave. They have Tunic to send Hunter's Clave for another +8. Yeah, no, thank you. Let's review our matches here. We didn't play a lot on different deck earlier. Fresh, maybe that one on there yet. So the thing about learning a deck is you want to review your results as often as you can. Arachne Marinette. Race and Prey. 8. We won this one. Played value. And getting online. Yeah, that's an hour-and-a-half stream. Got a couple games here on this list and decks. I was playing this list here. I don't have great results. 43. This was last night. Yes, we played one. What's this? One against a Dory. Last night. 950. Don't remember that one at all. But so I'm not gonna review it. So we got 4 matches. That Kasai match just ate so much fucking time. They were slow playing. But yeah, so we ended up on loss 1.5 losses. So it could have swung either way. 3 games in 2 hours. I guess I don't know if this was a streamed one or not. Maybe 4 games. Because that was before I put my kid to sleep. Down for bed. We got 3 games in 2 hours. That's not bad. Because you got 55 minutes. And one was a potential win. So we're either 2-1 or we're 1-2. That last one was a close one. But thanks for everybody that stopped by. Please subscribe so we can get to 500 subscribers. Build a community on YouTube. Use that code HAMMAN on checkout on your Dubby, my energy drink of choice. They have tons of cool flavors. If not, check out Mantis Partner. This is a neck pillow that I plan on using for travels if I ever go to Japan or a foreign country. And they do have fantastic sleep masks that I've been using for years before I was even a partner. And this one has Bluetooth capabilities on the side. So that way you don't have to wear bulky headphones. And on the plane, when you're trying to rest your head on something, you do have the Bluetooth on this with the neck pillow combination. Pairs well together. That was also code HAMMAN for 10% off. And I believe the links are somewhere in. What happens if I do exclamation point link? Do I still have that set up? No, I don't. But yeah, this should be on my channel. Let's check here. My channel. We have Dubby, we have TikTok. We do not have the Manta Sleep, so I will remedy that at some point. But yeah, there's a discount code for Dubby. While I'm here, might as well shamelessly plug. This flavor is actually pretty good. The orange. I hate that the website does not let me zoom out properly. So that I like both the solo leveling flavors that I've tried. I own both of them. I rebought this one because I lost it. S'mores, honestly, unironically, slaps with milk. It tastes like Nesquik. I just tried. I haven't tried either of these flavors. No, go back. I just had this green apple one. I actually did like that one. Go back. I'm not done with you. I'm going to order this one at some point. I've been drinking this one during stream. I liked it. The watermelon lime. Peach, have not tried that one. But yeah, out of all the flavors, there's only one that I didn't like. It was this Japanese soda one. Didn't have a good flavor to me, in my opinion. Was the excellent portion links? No, that didn't work either. I'll have to set those back up. But yeah, they have prices. They're $40 per tub, 30 servings, and it is legitimate. I think you would get a little bit more than 30 servings if you really want. Let's look at the caffeine side here. So it is 1 scoop. You get 30 servings. I think you can get a little bit more out of that. You get your vitamin C, your vitamin B3, B6, B12 that everybody has. Your terpene, your caffeine, 150 milligrams per scoop, and you get the coffee extract, which is another style of caffeine. So if anything, it's like 150 if this stacks with that. Powdered energy drink that places other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains 0 filters, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and no proprietary blends. Star of the show is our coffee fruit extract, which helps you focus and no jitters and no crash. I will definitely say there was no crash. No jitters either. It's just a nice solid flow of energy. I like all their flavors. Let's do a quick tub check. They got the sour blue raz. They refreshed on this Calio cream. I'm excited for. So far, the only flavor I haven't liked was the Japanese soda. I haven't tried the yuzu. There's a lot of flavors on here. You can get, if you're undecisive, you get the random tub as well. Liked both the solo levelings. The s'more slaps. You can get a little filter, not filter, little sampler pack as well if you just wanted a tub. This is actually a pretty good deal because you get the samplers and a cup for slightly more than a tub. Yeah, Chef's Choice is another surprise one if you didn't want to pay for the surprise tub and shaker. You have this, and they do have non-caffeinated beverages here, as the caffeine-free says here. You have grapefruit and grandma's lemonade hydration. Vanilla. Nobody is listening to my sellout. I want to just sell out in general. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to go to bed. Might do another stream tomorrow when there's more games available. We'll see. If not, maybe I might just play Minecraft by myself off stream. Y'all have a great night. Bye.